Greetings, World of Warship fans, captains, and other like. Welcome to another video with Rosgreaves Gaming, and today is, well, some of those ships have been shown off now in the extended tech tree that they're, if I look and find my ways through, I can actually get the hands on a little bit. So, here it is. Salt Lake City, Astoria, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and last but not least, Columbia. Alright, Raz, why does that look with Columbia? We'll talk about that in a minute. Alright, real quick, really fast, we'll go through these so that you guys can go back to doing your nitty-gritty, so to speak. So far, what's my thoughts on, Salt Lake City? Yeah, this'll work. Yeah, Salt Lake City with the reduced gun rotation I said before in the previous video, which you guys can find up there. It is fine for me. I think this ship will actually work pretty well. The ability for it with the still good, very good gun caliber, still very good AA. The health pool is negligible and fine enough. The armor a little bit less. That's negligible. That had to be done, especially at the lower tier skew that it is now. On top of that, having the ability with buffed AA, maneuverability, and concealment with these 203mm guns will definitely make this ship pretty good. The concealment has been increased a little bit-ish, so it can be a little more difficult. However, I think this will be a ship to work for. So, Salt Lake City, it'll work. Just gotta be a little more smart than you usually do. Still, I think it's a good ship. Astoria at tier now 7 instead of tier 6 for tier 8 for New Orleans. This will work as well. Armor's changed, but the guns are the same ish. Air, I really can't think of an issue with Astoria being here at tier 7. The guns are going to have to compete with a typical bunch of tier 7 ships like the Shores and other cruisers, and I think that will be fine enough at its tier. With the respectable change in the health pool and armor schemes and the reloads and turns, I think that this will work out as a ship. Personally, I think this will work, so that, again, no problem. New Orleans dropping down now. Baltimore going down a tier, going down to tier A. This is going to be a carpet dream. I'm looking forward to playing and trying this out in the real world on the test servers. When that time comes, the concealment can be buffed quite significantly down with these 203mm guns being pretty powerful, and the ability with radar and all that is going to make this thing a phantom beast from hell. So, yeah. Now to tier 9, Buffalo. I can't do tier 10 yet, but Buffalo, as I've been seeing in the preliminaries, the guns, the anti-air, all that stuff, all shown and said to me, I think this ship, tier to tier, with a lot of tier 9s, is going to be just fine as it is. The guns are going to be just to handle. Remember, though, I will point this out for all you who think that, oh, it's going to be another really good ship for, this. You have to think of these as the American cruisers, as said before, as other tiers. You can't just sit there nilly-willy and think that they're going to be a god. They're just going to be where they were respectively, as their changes and moves and tiers are going to be good, or if not better, in their tiers because of the changes. A lot of these ships were dropped down a tier, but a couple tiers up is going to be a thing too. So hey, just be careful, alright? Now the last one, the one that I've been holding out on, you have noticed that I haven't talked about, and this is the one that I actually had a complaint about. Columbia. Cleveland at tier 8. Originally I thought with the up bust from tier 6 to tier 8, I thought was negligible and it could work. The guns are still going to be fine. They're going to turn quick. They're going to shoot fast. Perfect. Have that as a meta. A spam firing HE American cruiser. That's kind of like the British right now. However, here's where the problem comes from. Two things. Spamfire's good, but the range is dirt crap. At max, the maximum range you can get these guns is 14.6. And then on top of that, have the concealment hurting you in the butthole. Not very good. Maybe you get them down to 9.2 or something if you're lucky. Maybe a little less, but I doubt it. On top of that, they try to get it around the island technique that they think is going to be the meta. You gotta hope that there's somebody's going to be in that firing range. If people know where those cruisers are going to be, and hell, there's actually a good spot for islands that's actually close enough to the fleet, there you go. But it's going to be tough. On top of that, here's where another major Achilles heels of this thing is. Its major weakness. It's armor. It's armor with, let's put it here, okay, I'm going to put this away. Armor, 36,900 hit points. Let that sink in. You have 36,900 hit points. That is not much. You're going to get hit to pieces at tier 8 because there's such a low health pool. And on top of that, here's the other kicker. The entire ship is coated in 25 millimeters of plating. To put that in perspective, I have a battleship in this game. Okay? And I'm not doing this to insult it, but this is the truth. And I've been hating this ship since I've been grinding it for the past couple of... I only had like maybe 2 good games in it. The Richelieu. This has 32, which is a different aspect, but here's the reason why I kind of hate the Richelieu. 32 millimeter plating all over means it can be penetrated by just about any ship. Armor piercing, high explosive, and it's going to penetrate it. It's not as buffed up as the other tiers, so basically the rounds can't bounce, or kind of can bounce, but you're still taking a lot of damage. This is where that American problem's going to come from. With 25 millimeters of plating on that ship, no lie, 25 millimeters on this Columbia, this thing is going to eat penetration values significantly. That is going to hurt this ship very, very badly. You're going to be suffering from a lot of serious punishment. High explosive and armor piercing is going to hit this ship and penetrate into the ship, causing full penetration damage. And that is going to be a serious issue. You're going to see these ships getting nuked very quickly. So until Wargaming gets this thing a little bit either thinner armor so they can over-penetrate, or you give it a bigger health pool, I don't know if this is going to work. But bear with it. All again, hope springs eternal. Everything's subject to change, and everything can actually go my way, your way, or anybody else's way. Right? So, until then, I would take any stats of this thing and put them with a grain of salt. My thoughts on what the stats are now are true to point. I can't deny that. Columbia needs some changes, and it needs to see a doctor. Because she definitely has some issues. Like, I feel that there's a ship, this ship is waiting for the, like, a heart attack is waiting to happen, and I'm yelling at my friend, dude, you're feeling it. Go to the doctor. No, I'm fine, dude. I'll be fine. It's gonna happen. This ship is a ticking problem, and it's going to be unless this thing gets an extra little bit of either a health pool or something to make sure that the penetrations aren't so going to, you know, get so much damage, because you're going to eat up the damage and soak it up so much that you're probably not going to have a good time fighting. But as always, there is always subjects to change. So until then, hope to see you on the battlefield. Put your comments down below what you guys, what you folks think about these ships. What do you think is the strongest? What's the weakest? What do you think needs to be changed to Columbia if it does need any changes? I'm interested to hear what you folks think. Until then, take care of yourselves and see you in the next video. Take care.